big deal?
Well, I think the severity of the injury would determine if it's a big deal or not, Skip. I mean, you get varying reports. Some says a subluxation with just came out, went back in. Some said this is a sprain. Some people say it's torn. So I don't know what the severity is. But if I was running the Cowboys, I would probably sit Zeke, let him have this week off, the bye week, and then we'll see where we are in 2 weeks from now. That's what I would do, because I believe you're trying to play the long game. And I know Zeke wants to continue his streak of 1,000-yard rush season, Skip. You don't want to miss games, because it's not like Zeke has 800 rush yards. He's barely, he's getting 60, 65 yards a game. And so he knows that the more he plays, the more he can keep those 65 yards per game going, the more likely he's going to get 1,000 yards. And that's how backs are measuring themselves now, how many 1,000-yard seasons I get. So, but for me, Skip, I would keep him out. And like I said, how severe is the injury? I believe they should be able to handle the Cowboys without Zeke.
The Bears.
Oh, excuse me, the Bears.
Yeah.
Handle the Bears without Zeke.
Yeah.
Pollard's doing an unbelievable job of running the football. They could have I don't know who their backup is. I think they had some rookie who ran really, really well in the preseason, Skip. I liked them a lot the way he was running.
Yep.
Cowboys are the defensive team. And so you're a little less reliant on Zeke if your defense weren't as good as they are.
Yep.
But they are exceptional. Now, they need to be a little better, a little stouter, and I think that's why they got Hankerson to shore up that rush defense. Mm-hmm. But they should be able to handle the Bears without Zeke Elliott, Skip. But like I said, how severe is the injury? Even if it's nothing major, I still would probably lean towards keeping him out, because I'm trying to play the long game, Skip. I'm trying to make sure I have Zeke for the second half of the season and going into the playoffs. That's what I need, a healthy Zeke. I don't really need a 50, 60% Zeke in this game. Give me a 85, 90% Zeke moving forward after the bye week.
Okay, hear what you just said. I'd like to hark back to that flashpoint moment when that knee got hyperextended backward by that blow.
Right. The best thing about it, Skip, it wasn't planted. Imagine if he got hyperextended and it was planted.
Things are tearing.
Yeah.
But it was hyperextended.
Yeah.
The knee is not meant to go that direction.
Way. No.
Oh, man. And when I saw that's just ugly and evil to me. Mm-hmm. I cringed. I said, that looks bad. But to your point, at least right foot wasn't planted. But given his history in professional football, I wasn't at all surprised. He bounced right back up and shook it off and came back in and ran pretty well on it. When it comes to playing with pain, he is the ultimate pro football player to me. He will play with all kinds of pain. He is the ultimate NFL warrior to me. But all of that banging and pounding that has been inflicted on him in his between the tackles runs, because he misses nobody. He just runs through brick walls.
He'll run to collision guy.
He's run to collision. It has turned him into more of a plow horse than a thoroughbred.
Yes.
I thought coming out of the Ohio State, he was a thoroughbred.
Oh, absolutely.
At 225. Now, it has come to this for Ezekiel Elliott. When I read yesterday, the first headline I saw was it was torn.
Right.
And then sprained, and then to your point, I don't know what it is exactly, because I'm not sure anybody knows for a fact.
Correct.
Whatever it is, I'm just shrugging. It has come to this, because if I don't have him, I think I'm okay. Because Tony Pollard, as you say, is he can be pretty great.
First 3 years, Zeke, you'd be worried.
Oh, would I? Well, remember, it was like Zeke or bust.
Yeah.
When he got suspended, you remember what happened to Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
He went nowhere fast, right? It was almost like he got exposed.
Jerry and Commissioner Goodell relationship hadn't been the same since either.
No, that's a very good point. But now I'm sort of intrigued against the Bears. Would they give it to Tony Pollard? I don't know, maybe 15, 20 times? Would they give him 20 carries? What could he do in 20 carries? Because he's got some Barry Sanders-like in him where he's going to have 5 minuses.
Right.
But he's going to hit some home runs.
Right.
If you give him enough chances, he's going to hit a couple of home runs. So I look at what is Zeke now? Well, last year he was a career low 58.9 yards per game. Well, this year he's he's actually playing for his NFL life this year because he's very cuttable after this year.
Right.
And then I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Will somebody bring him into camp and give him a shot?
Well, not at the money that he's making.
well,
A running back with those kind of miles on the tire, Skip, he ain't making a whole lot of money.
I got it. So now he's averaging 63 yards a game, so he's just barely ahead of what was his career low pace last year.
Right.
And as we keep mentioning, in his 6 years, he's gone down, 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 down. Every year he went down in yards per game.
Right.
First 3 years, he led the league in yards per game.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's disturbing to me is, remember when he used to catch it and run with it?
Yeah, yeah.
He had pretty great hands. And that third year, if you look back at what he did, he caught 5 balls a game for 38 yards a game. This year total, through their, what have they played? 7 games.
Yeah.
Through 7 games this year, he's caught a total of 6 balls for a total of 32. So in his third year, he averaged 5 catches a game for 38 yards a game. He was a favorite target, a security blanket for Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Well, now he doesn't do that at all.
No.
So his yards per touch, including catching the football, are all the way down to 4.1 per play, which is his career low.
Right.
So he's not nearly as valuable as he used to be. He used to be the whole show.
Well, Skip, if you look at it, Zeke has 42 more rushing attempts than Pollard, but only 68 more yards. Pollard averaged 5.6 yards a carry, Zeke 4.1.
Home runs.
So, and even though, Skip, he went up 4 yards per game as far as yards, his average per carry dropped this year compared to last year. And now, Skip, you said, okay, he averaged 59 yards a game last year. Okay, he's averaging 63 this year. Well, you miss a game, that's the 63 that you didn't get. So now that's going to put you behind last year's pace.
It will. Last year, reportedly, allegedly, he played with a torn PCL, posterior cruciate, right?
Yep.
Well, if it's torn now, the MCL, I don't guess
I don't know how if you're a running back, I don't know how you're going to play with a torn MCL, Skip.
I don't know. The ACL is the bad one.
Right, yeah.
Because it's the stability one.
Yeah. But, I mean, if he has a torn MCL, Skip, I mean, when you going to put a brace on it? I mean, he already looks like he's running with a brace at times.
He does. I would agree. I don't know, but I'm not that upset about it, except there is one crucial component here that shouldn't be underestimated. When I talk about him being a warrior, I think he's the best blitz pickup blocker.
And that's the thing that Tony Pollard suffered from.
Well, he won't even try.
Right, yeah. You can't, Skip. Sometimes you just stick your face in there, and even if the guy runs you over, you delayed him from putting a hit on your quarterback. Zeke, but Zeke's a load. Zeke's 225. So when Zeke hits you,
you stay hit.
Yeah. But that's a part of the job. And once the defense find out, Skip, that you will not protect your quarterback, they're going to bring that Mike Blacker every single time.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tony Pollard just is disinterested. Like he's looking like...
It's a bad, Skip. Okay? You got to make a business decision.
Okay, so your business decision with Tony Pollard is if he's lined up next to Dak, then all you can do is flare him out quickly and do what the Eagles were doing to Micah, which is just make him make a choice.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because he's not going to block anybody.
Right.
But Dak is going to miss Zeke because Zeke would just die for the cause, man. And he was so shrewd about it. Because, as you know, under fire, it's hard to find... Where's Waldo? Who's free? Who's going to come free?
You really got to know, Skip, and you got to. And the thing is that you got to close the distance. I see. If you watch Zeke will like identify who he has, and immediately he'll step in that direction. Because I'm trying to close. Skip, I don't want a guy to get ahead of steam.
No,
I'm going to meet him in the gap, he only has one way to come. This is the door that's open. You got to come through this door. I'm not giving you a two-way go. You can go here, you can go there. Or I'm definitely not giving you a head of steam.
Like you said about Giannis last night, after a while, they were backpedaling in the lane. Well, you can't backpedal or he'll just annihilate you.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay? Zeke is seek and destroy on blitz pickup.
Yes.
He will seek it out, and he will go to destroy it before it comes to him.
But, Skip, the biggest thing with blitz pickup, you got to know who you got. Because then any indecision, now you're going to be hesitant. You're going to be looking around, and it's too late. The guys are too quick. So once you know who you got, Zeke knows who he has, he steps, go meet him in the hole.
I do think his warrior spirit inspires this team.
Yeah.
I can't defend the actual yards gained, but he's had a couple of little runs. He had one at Philly, obviously, when they got back in the game where he got loose a little bit for 14 and a touchdown. But in general, he wears me out because there are too many 1-yard runs, 0-yard runs.
Yeah.
But his point is, I wear on the defense, and he does. He just pounds away at the defense, and maybe later he softens it up a little bit for the Lightning, for Pollard.
Well, yeah, but if I'm the Cowboys, Skip, sometimes you got to save the player from himself. Yes, they want to play. Players want to play because that's what they do. They know they got a small window, Skip. It's not like you're going to be no doctor. You, as a running back, you're not playing Tom Brady years. You're not playing Jerry Rice. You're not playing no 18, 19 years. I'm surprised that Marcus Allen, if I'm not mistaken, played the longest. He played 17 years at a running back. Ain't no running back playing 17 years anymore, Skip. That ain't happening. Emmett played 15, and Emmett really didn't get no clean shots on him because they're running behind that big offensive line.
Plus, you want to talk about self-protection?
Yeah.
He had the ultimate self-protection gene. He just didn't take shots.
Oh, no, you ain't getting no clean shot on E.
No.
Nah.
Zeke, the
Zeke
polar
looking
opposite.
to give you a clean shot on him.
He is. I agree. Well, God bless him. I hope he's okay,
Guys,
but you're
Zeke
right. He's
says-
probably going to sit.
Probably, but he says he could go on Sunday without practicing this
He
week
said.
because he has enough reps.
Yep.
Shannon, Malik Davis is the undrafted
Okay.
rookie you were thinking of,
Yes.
I believe. They've called him up from the practice squad the
See?
past
Yep.
2 weeks, but they haven't used him yet.
They're gonna use-
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.